Get back to work.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of JDHD. Behind me is the world-famous Jukebox Comedy Club. It's actually where me and a lot of other comedians first got their start doing stand-up comedy. Next door to a strip club and across the street from a minor league dirt racing track, the Jukebox Comedy Club is a beacon of ha-has for the past 31 years. Last year they came really close to having to shut their doors. But with the help of donations from comedians and fans alike, they were able to keep the doors open. And that's a good thing, because it's open mic night. So let's go do some comedy. It's with all the cars. Okay, Dave, put me on the list.
Got you down at 88.
I'm up 8?
88.
We'll be right back.
Looking good.
So what you looking at?
Looks like there's a $10 bill on the road over there. Is it? Thing?
Huh.
Oh.
Kinda looks like a $10 bill. I'm gonna check. Check.
Yeah, go check.
Well, was it a $10 bill?
No. That's right, everybody, the saga continues, and tonight is our head-to-head-to-head challenge. We're gonna laugh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, someone's gonna win, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is the journey. Our first panelist is a co-host of the Obtuse Angles podcast with Kyle and Jeremy. Let's hear it for Kyle Fields.
Yeah, that's him right there.
That's me.
All right.
And our second panelist is a co-founder of Sweet Release Comedy, which books comedy shows all over. Let's hear it for one of my favorites, Felicia Dunn.
Oh, I'm the pretty one.
Yeah. You ready to meet our third panelist? Came in third place on America's Got Talent in season 14. Let's hear it for Ryan Neimiller.
Hey, I got third place on AGT, and I intend on getting third place tonight.
It's too high, bro.
That's what I'm going.
Meet
That's a
expectations.
good attitude.
Yeah, I love your ridiculously oversized, like, Wayne Brady card that you have there for this game show.
Like that card is big enough to have every question for every game you've ever played on it.
This first round is called Biopic. There's a new movie coming out about the painter Bob Ross. What you're gonna tell me is the name of the movie And who plays Bob Ross?
I feel it's a given that it should be played by Seth Rogen.
But if it were played by his weirdo friend James Franco, the movie could be called Our Little Secret.
I'm gonna call it Happy Little Lies. And the reason I'm doing that in my movie, the Bob Ross estate has not given any permission for it to happen. So they're making up the entire thing. And it's basically Seth Rogen just being Seth Rogen with his, whoa, they took my weed. He just does that the whole time. And so it's a stoner flick. And James Franco will be in it as well.
Personally, I was going more John Malkovich. And the title of the movie is just Trees with a period. And it's more of like a dark introspective into Bob Ross and what happened, you know, between takes. James Franco is also in it.
James Franco is awesome. Wait, and Ryan, in yours, he doesn't paint?
No, it's sort of like it's implied that like we know it's him, he's a painter, but we're getting like the really dark, gritty underbelly of Bob Ross in this one.
Like if Bob Ross were the Punisher.
Like,
Exactly. Yeah, we all know what he does on PBS with his Happy Little Trees, but I want to know what happens after the camera's off.
Okay. What is yours rated, Ryan?
Mine is rated NC-17. Because there's a lot, it's tastefully done, but a lot of nudity. And that's the thing, it's a lot of clean-shaven Franco dick.
Felicia, what is yours rated?
Hard R.
No.
Yeah. Kyle, what is yours rated?
I mean, like, I was PG-13 so we can make some fucking money off this bit.
You all get 100 points. That's right.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm still technically in third.
We're going to move on to round 2. This is a game called Big Pharma. A pharmaceutical company, Pfizer, has come out with a new product that makes you speak any language you want. What is it called, and how does it work?
The only part I have is it's definitely a suppository. That's...
Yeah. There's only an anal option.
Yeah. For that kind of power, you have to show that you're worthy of the power, and I feel placing it deep within your butthole is the only way to show that you are committed.
Yes.
Also how I was tricked when I was rushing for a fraternity in college.
But were you really tricked? Because you were the one that started that fraternity.
Yeah, I was like, I think you should probably put something in my butt to prove that I'm worthy. I don't know, I'm just saying.
I'm the only member of Sigma Neimiller.
I'm having trouble with the Greek alphabet. Can do.
I feel like it's going to be called something like Xenolinguo so that you can understand the people you're scared of.
Just a really, like, intelligent answer. Like, that's probably what it actually should be called on Wikipedia.
Somebody's going to see this and they're like, how did she know?
They're scratching it.
Scratching it out.
It's anal language pill.
I gotta tell you, I mean, like, if it really meant speaking any language, I would shove something up my ass every day.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I'm just looking for an excuse to put something up my ass.
Yeah. I might start shoving things up my ass because it might let me speak new languages. I don't care.
I'm gonna say Jack Daniels because just growing up, my uncle fought people of every nationality.
Okay. It's just called Jack Daniels. Okay.
Yeah, mine's suppository, and I'm gonna call it Pardon My French.
Oh
Ironically, the one language you can't learn from it is French. That's why they're like, pardon the French, it's not here. Just
You're really not going to be missing out. I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah. I feel like you guys are going to make fun of me, but I think French is a beautiful language.
You're right, we are gonna make fun of it.
I am going to give it to Felicia for this round because Xenolingual. 50 points for Ryan, 50 points for Kyle, and 100 points for Felicia. Deal with it.
No, I'm still in third.
You're still in.
I'm in tied for third right now.
Tied for third.
You're in
All right.
Schrodinger's third place right now.
This is so intelligent. I feel like I shouldn't be here. This is a game called Recipe. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is coming out with his very own cookbook. What is the name of the cookbook, and what is the first recipe in the cookbook?
It's 101 ways to cook a virgin, and the first recipe is just a cup of blood.
Because every other recipe includes blood. And
Yeah,
that's the
from then
first
on
thing
out.
you gotta learn is how to make a cup of blood.
That's not fair. Felicia's like
A
a
trained, amazing chef. Like this probably is a real thing that she's saying.
I cook with human blood all the time.
So I think Mitch McConnell's cookbook will be called Make America Eat Again.
Good.
And the first and only recipe is mac and cheese, because that's some white people shit. You don't want to scare off your base by putting any kind of spices or anything like that in there. So it's just plain Kraft macaroni and cheese.
You don't want too much flavor.
Yeah, you get too much flavor. That makes the ethnics uppity.
is my dad on this call?
Is the instructions like step 1, go to the store? Step 2.
I mean, just to fill out, because the book is still like 90 pages.
Yes.
So there's a lot of stuff. And like, honestly, like the middle, like half is just a manifesto. Very dark. But you have to read it, because in the middle of the manifesto, that's where you add the milk. So you really gotta be paying attention.
Yeah.
I would think that the book would, say that it was full of a lot of desserts, and it may be called the filibuster parfait.
Okay.
And it's
All right.
really just 200 pages of him talking about recipes that he never gets around to doing.
He's like, I heard about souffle, and if I ever had the time, I'd make it. Chapter 2.
A big part of the book is actually just like him talking about ways to prevent other people from making recipes. If you have a competing chef who wants to make a meal, here's how you stop them. Is one of the desserts the cherrymander?
The cherrymander. It's weird that cherrymander came out after you had all given your answers.
But that was the cherrymander is one of the recipes in Kyle's book.
I'll go ahead and take credit for that. That was all me.
Yeah. Okay, good.
That's really the most Mitch McConnell thing you could do.
It also helps cement my third place finish.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like to help you, but I have bad news. You all get 100 points for this round. I think Felicia is at 300 points. Kyle and Ryan are both at 250 points, tied for third place. Our next game is called Tagline. I have to come up with the tagline for this new movie. Name of the movie is Catheter Cousins.
I'm gonna go ahead and flip this on you. What is this movie rated?
This movie is rated X.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not rated X. It's rated G. Just complete opposite.
Well, if it's a G-rated movie called Catheter Cousins, you know James Franco is in it.
Right, James Franco directed it, wrote it, starred in it.
Is it animated? The way he does the voice of it, right?
Of the catheter.
Of the catheter.
Maybe the tagline is going to be Catheter Cousins, love once removed.
Because it comes out of the dick. Come on.
Keep up, keep up.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I'm gonna say Catheter Cousins, blood is thicker than urine. They're cousins that have been brought together because they both were in a tragic farming accident and now have to live with catheters, and they're the only ones that understand each other.
Tragic farming
beautiful.
accident.
At the county fair, and they were doing like a demolition derby, but it was in threshers. and they got all tangled up, and their genitalia got stuck in the thresher.
Oh, God.
And the crowd goes wild.
A very small thresher or very giant genitals.
Yeah, a little from column A, a little from column B.
There you go.
We're totally butchering James Franco's vision here.
I was gonna say Catheter Cousins love pouring from the holes of family, but
Love pouring from the holes of family.
I don't think that's how Catheter.
it helps you pee.
But imagine you saw that movie poster. You're seeing that boring.
I think we all collectively don't have any idea how medical science actually works. I think we've all described a catheter as like working the same way as how you would shotgun a beer.
That's how it works, right? You take a car key and you shove it to your dick. Yeah, you didn't.
I think I'm gonna give 100 points to Felicia, 100 points to Ryan, and 100 points to Kyle.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Firm but fair.
You guys are
Fair, and also the secondary tagline to Catheter Cousin.
This is a game called Prequel. They're making a prequel to the movie Black Snake Moan. What is the name of the prequel?
It's difficult that you're bringing up this movie that involves Christina Ricci
Yes.
at a period of my life where I was more in love with her than I've ever been.
I imagined the prequel as kind of a reverse role where like she, you know, was like Samuel L. Jackson was in her spot and then she was in the other.
Samuel L. Jackson was too horny and she had to handcuff him.
She had to handcuff that man to the motherfucking bed. White Girl Screech, that's the name of the movie.
And he's in his underwear the whole time? In a cutoff?
Yeah, in a belly shirt and like kind of like those little 80s gym shorts, but really they're panty size. So you just like occasionally get a ball slip and
I'm just going to throw something out there because I think that I'm going to be too blinded by the raw sexuality of Sam Jackson's ball slipping out the bottom. You know, when it comes to Black Snake Moan, which would really be a very appropriate name for this movie. I'm Sam Jack groans because that's going to be most of what the film is.
Sam Jack groans. Dang.
I'm gonna go with an alternate reality situation here.
Okay.
That I believe the prequel's already been made, and it's Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, wow.
I feel like after the shark gets him,
Black Snake Moan takes place within the shark.
So are you saying it's like the snow globe theory from like General Hospital or whatever?
Yeah, it's all part of the greater Samuel L. Jackson cinematic universe.
yeah.
We have Sam Jack Moans, Deep Blue Sea, White Girl Screech. I've thought about this long and hard. 100 points for Felicia, 100 points for Kyle, 100 points for Ryan. We have our winner. Put our hands together for Felicia Dunn. Our winner.
Third place, third place, third place.
I'm most excited for my friend Ryan, who's in third place. That was the goal tonight, and I'm glad I helped him achieve his goal.
I'm America's bronze medal boy.
Heck yeah.
I think that we're tied for second, technically, right?
Tied for second and third.
This is like the opposite of Trump. Like he's f***ing arguing.
Worse than he actually did.
I feel the whole system's rigged. I got third clearly. I demand an audit. I'm gonna audit the voting system here.
Obviously, the host had links to Venezuela.
You're swimming in a sea of misinformation, Kyle.
Well, we'll see what happens on August whatever when
I would like to thank my guests tonight for being here. You guys were wonderful. We'll see you back here on which one of us was supposed to say that dialogue in the first place at any rate. What do you think about gray slush?
Fantastic. Gray slush, my favorite drink from the gas station.
Say you love me. I know the truth. You think you need me, but all you need is found in you. So why don't you just stay with me? Breathe this poison air with me till this misplaced destiny that tears us both apart. tearing us apart. Say what you mean. I'll listen close. You barely speaking, only thinking we're alone. So why don't you just stay with me? Breathe this poison air with me till this misplaced ecstasy, it tears us both apart. Stay with me, fill our hearts with make-believe. All these lives will never leave, they're tearing us apart. And somewhere behind those eyes is a place no one finds, a garden in bloom, a place nobody sees. Someone greater than I will see past all your vines. Your love never was meant for me.
Well, everybody, that's the show. I want to thank our guest, Kyle Fields. You should check out his podcast, Obtuse Angles with Kyle and Jeremy. You should also check out Sweet Release Comedy. Don't forget to check out Ryan's podcast, The Cafeteria. And you can find his tour schedule at cripplethreat.com. I also want to say thank you to our musical guest, Grace Slush, currently working on their new EP. It'll be out this fall, but you can check out their current music now on all streaming platforms. And of course, I want to thank the Jukebox Comedy Club and all the comics that helped out tonight. Sorry it took so long.
And lastly, I'd just like to say, when it comes to comedy, it's completely subjective. You can't really take
JD, you up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite and mine, welcome to the stage, JD Grieving.
I like my mismatched socks, Dad. I'm just a doubt-fast outcast, honest hodgepodge, ensemble collage, an odd entourage that embodies a cause. Human at my finest, open to mindful kindness, hoping to finish fineness and kindred in my kind. Yes.